All righty, welcome everybody. It's a glorious day here in West Lafayette, Indiana. Different setup we're gonna do. We got a couple others joining us. Actually, gonna see their face today. Let's start with Mr. Make America Great with the American flag in the background, Andrew Price. Thank you. Appreciate that. And our next guest, Mr. Eric Plude with the Blue Cap.
How are you
Would you
doing
like to
today?
introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, I'm Eric Pluto. I'll be running the stats for you guys today. Really excited to be on today. I like the new format.
He's a stats guy. I would agree. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's get things started with a recap of what we had last week. Eric, would you mind giving us some of the scores?
I can do that. Here we go.
Yeah. Let's look at some of these. So first, starting off, we got Rodney I Hate Whites beating your. So I guess our two guests here, Andrew beating Eric, whole-handedly, pretty easily.
I was severely dominated. It was rape, really.
And then we moved on to the other guy beating Jonah. Not much going on with that matchup. Two low-level teams, but one that's really hot as of late. Then we got. I don't know, and I do not care. Next, we got Gib versus me. I snuck out a win thanks to some Monday Night Football heroics. And then there was the Your Mom's Favorite Team versus Bells Oberon. Dominant fashion. Your Mom's Favorite Team came out with an injured Arian Foster. I mean, that happened late in the game, but that's going to hurt him later on down the road. We can talk about that later. And then the rivalry of the week, the main course, the main entree. Hutch versus Kyle. Kyle got screwed. There's no doubt about that. Hutch, you're just probably one of the luckiest sons of a bitches we all have in our league.
I mean, but when you think about it, though, is that unexpected? I feel like we all could have guessed that Kyle would lose that game. I'm looking at history.
Yeah. Price?
Yeah. One question that I feel like I have to ask is Hutch paying rent for the real estate that he owns in Kyle's head? That is just pure dominance last 2 years. The last three I wasn't in the league 2 years ago, but I mean, stories I've heard, they're scary. I mean, it's domination. You gotta wonder, is something going on there? Is Hutch paying for that real estate? Because he should be not at the seat.
Great point. I would have to again agree. I don't know that much about these two. I like my experts in you two. You guys can talk about it more. Eric?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that Kyle will never beat Hutch. The last 2 years have been brutal for him. I think this is the closest he's ever gotten. So I don't really see the future being any different. So it really comes as no surprise here.
Yeah, so that's great insight from two of the game's mediocre. Let's move it on. I guess some open-ended questions that you guys have. Either or.
Why would I ask someone else a question? I mean, granted, I gotta respect you being the only other 500 team, I believe, but I guess the one question I have for you is, have you won 5 in a row?
I have not. I'm not one to gloat or give myself up to the league as the way you're giving yourself up. However, a win's a win. Put it on the board. We're here to make the playoffs and win championships. So
I would ask Quinn what he thinks about that, but his team is about as well put together as your second structure, so you probably wouldn't get much out of that.
It's true. It's true.
Probably move on.
I know there's not that much sentence structure involved with me. Yes, go ahead, Eric.
Could you maybe give a little prediction about some playoffs? I think that could be in order.
What was that?
Could you talk about the playoffs a little bit?
Oh, playoffs. Yeah. I've always enjoyed when talking about the playoffs.
Oh.
Alrighty. Well, anyways, I understand the analogy you were going after, but Eric, it's early for the playoffs. Even for you, you have a chance. Slight chance, not much of a chance, but you have a chance. Okay, that's just part of. that's just part of where we're headed, and I don't know, Price. I need your help here, but you.
Once again, I'm not surprised you call short sweet. Anyone can call a rat. When you at the clip, but it'd be a free time to put that building every time it tries to put it.
I'm nervous.
You know what I mean? Some people can't handle bright lights. My team's 5-game win streak. I don't know if you guys heard that I am on 5-game win streak.
Hey, I showed I couldn't handle bright lights last night. We lost in PKs thanks to me.
That was brutal. That was not something.
Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry. Price.
No, that's just great. You're just continuing to talk to people. We'll see a little professionalism on the side of this. This is the first time running through this, but you gotta have some sort of structure.
Yeah, Eric.
I couldn't hear anything Price said, so I'm gonna have to agree with it blindly. Yeah, good analysis, Price.
I'm gonna need a quick YouTube talk here. I'm gonna need a quick timeout.
Price, turn up the volume a little bit so the fans at home can hear you. In the meantime, I'll give the fans something to enjoy.
Afterward.
Great video. What do you want?
Looking forward to it, you pack it in, or you think you're gonna keep trying to put a team out there?
Wait, what was that, Price?
Looking forward, do you think you're gonna try and pack it in, or try to put a product on the field?
A lot of me says I should put up a fight, but in reality, I think I should just start crying and get in the fetal position. I mean, there's really nothing more I can do this season.
Wait, Kyle, this next week, you should probably ask for some tips from Hutch.
I'd like to think that since Kyle does bad against bad teams, that I'm automatically going to get the win. But nothing's certain. Nothing's guaranteed in this league. As we've seen, shit can happen.
Capital G guaranteed?
Capital G guaranteed. Nothing is capital G guaranteed, especially wins like that with a shitty team.
I mean, just like nothing was guaranteed that you were going to draft a good team. That's kind of what happened to you.
It sure didn't happen. I mean, I thought I was a good drafter. I thought Aaron Rodgers would be a solid pickup, and it wasn't. I reached. And we'll make those corrections for next year.
I'd like to see you draft Rodgers again.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, as someone who has to play you at least once a year, I'd love for you to draft him.
We'll think about that.
I was going to ask you guys, who do you think is the biggest fantasy disappointment we have, whether it's points, play on the field? How do you judge that this season in fantasy?
I'm going to have to go ahead and say that it's got to be without a doubt the Commissioner Joe Granty. Unconsensually trade rate by the other guys. Still think there's probably a lot of collusion involved with that deal. And now that Arian Foster is out for the season, it's really bad. He had a huge week this week. There's no denying that. But at the end of the day, there's some collusion going on with this other guy and his team being under 500. He just seems like a disappointment. You expect a bad season from us. I mean, it's not bad.
Well, you got to ask the question. I mean, why is the other guy even in the league? I mean, do we know him? Has anyone met him face to face? I don't know him. Have you guys met him?
Ron Smith does sound kind of like a fake name. I'm not sure he's a real person.
I'm going down to Indy on Thursday, so I might meet him.
Toronto is the African aside for him. If we started calling him out for not being real, are we racist? I don't know.
I'm racist.
I think that's I think we all know that.
Actually, I'm going to retract that last statement because this is potentially going on YouTube. So, for any job seekers out there, I'm not racist. All right, piggybacking off what we have said about the playoffs, let's dive into next week's matchups. Eric, would you kindly give us those matchups?
I can do that.
I'll be on record. I think this next week is going to be my last win of the season. I'm going to win 6 in a row, and I might lose out.
All right. So we got the first game. We got the new bye week. That's myself playing Le'Veon, my wayward son, Kyle Uchkowski. Analysis on that, Kib or Price?
I'd like to think that you have a chance of being as Kyle as my divisional opponents, but that's why Le'Veon, my wayward son.
I have to agree with that one. Eric, Kyle has gave himself an easy win regardless of who he plays, and yes, I'm to agree with you on that one, Price.
Okay. And then the next game we have definitely in Matthew Kibolowski versus the other guy. I won't even mention his name. Analysis, boys?
This is an interesting matchup. For one, two hot, awesome, great teams. One in myself is not doing too good, but still I see myself in the future getting back on track and heading to the playoffs. I like picking myself. I usually do it, but I'm going to have to go with the other guy.
Yeah, this one's going to come down to Monday night, I think, and you got Cam Newton who's just going to thrash Colts defense. And I just like his chances with that matchup right there. Not too optimistic about my Colts right now, and Cam Newton's going to show me exactly why I'm not optimistic to lead scumbag into another victory.
Then going to our next matchup,
Yep.
we got
your mom's favorite team here against looking to trade in Gibson. I got the Commish versus Gibson here.
That I don't know. That's an interesting matchup as well. Like you were calling out the Commish, it's just something that's going to be hard to overlook. He's coming off a big win with a lot of points. So I'm going to go with Joe. I don't know much about this game, fantasy, but I'm going to have to go with Joe.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Gibson. Jonathan Stewart, like Cam Newton, will probably have a monster game for Joe. But Demarius and Emmanuel coming off a bye week playing on Green Bay, I think that's going to be a shootout. A lot of points there, a lot of points from the receivers. And I just like the direction that Carson Palmer's trending. It's always upward. I like Gibson to come out with most overrated commissioner, terrible commissioner, promotes collusion, promotes just mediocrity. And I think that continues for his team. And Gibson.
And if I'm picking the game solely based off of fantasy icons, I mean, you got to give this one to Gibson. I mean, I don't know what Joe's dealing with right there. I don't know if that's iron. But the smoking Obama takes the cake there, so I got to give it to Gibson.
I mean, the icons does that declares a winner. I mean, and if you're even getting into the real fantasy players, just look at the players. You got big names on the right, and you got crap names on the left. I mean, that's just looking at the players. So.
Oh, yeah, and I think Gibson isn't even starting a running back. He's got a bye, and he's still projecting more than Joe. I mean, I don't.
Still projected to have more.
Yeah, I'll highlight that right there. But moving on. Next game we have Ryan Hutchinson versus Bells Oberon and Michael Henry.
Interesting name, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going with on that one. Price?
Yeah, I'm not even going to justify this with an explanation.
I'm going to have to go in the other direction. I'm going to go with Hutch beating Bells Oberon by 5.
Yeah. I think Bells Oberon's going to beat Hutch probably by something over 10 just because Hutch got lucky last week. He picked Kyle, easy win for him. I don't think he can sustain that momentum moving forward.
Eric, going back to your icon matchup. How about these two icons?
Mike might have the worst name in fantasy right now, Bell's Oberon. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's a beer, but I don't know how it applies. Hutch, at least, is original. I know that's from Call of Duty, what we've been playing recently. We all know what that is. But yeah, I'd have to give it to Hutch here. Price? It's a Kraus refibrillator. Pack a punch the ballistic knife. It's a bold move, but Hutch seems to like it.
Yeah, great point. Does he have side deals going on with these?
That's collusion, is it not?
I don't think it is. It's good marketing. Hutch has what looks like hooves. Apparently, it's two fists. He doesn't even have a team name. I don't know. Should he even be in the league anymore? He's got to be. He's like the guy with the sack every year. It's just Hutch. So, it's adjusting my audio level right now.
I hope not.
But yeah, Mike definitely wins. I think he wins by at least 6.
Okay. All right. So moving on to the next matchup, we got Kibb's sister's tits versus Roddy I Hate Whites.
Never understood that name, by the way.
Yeah, and I figure if you're gonna go with that name, at least go with a better logo. Maybe something involving, the name. Maybe a little more drastic than that.
However, if he ever did have a picture of my sister's tits, we would have a problem.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I got a slideshow back home.
Hey, you too?
All
right, back to
Get
fantasy.
back to reality here with this fantasy.
All right, well, okay, we got the big matchup here. Thoughts, Kib?
I like sister's tits. The receivers, they're big names, bigger than what Price is dealing with right now. He's doing that. I got to start my bench until like Wednesday night, and then put my starters in there. It works for him. 5 straight weeks. You can't say, if it ain't broke, don't fix. If it's not broke, don't fix. Or whatever that saying is. It's worked out for him. But the streak's got to come into an end sometime. I'm sorry, Price. I'm going with sister's tits.
And before Price chimes in here, seeing as it's his game, I'd just like to bring up the statistical analysis here. And it looks like Price should win this handily. As his points have gone down, Mike's have also gone down. So I think that trend continues. And I give it to my colleague here, Andrew Price, to get the W.
Okay.
I appreciate that. This is sort of the last game of my easy stretch of games I have. I like my matchup here. I got Thomas Rawls. I'm hoping that he's going to come through with a strong game. Abdullah and Holden, I think, are sleepers this week. That's why they found themselves in the lineup. And Randall also. With that being said, I end the season with 5 tough games who are all likely playoff games. So I got to win this game, and I think I will make it a historic 6th straight to come through with a victory.
All right.
Great insight. Rebuttaling your statement, I believe your team can win, but I don't want you to win. The lone fact is I want to be ahead top of the fantasy world at the end of this week. If I win this week, I'm not guaranteeing myself, but I almost secured a spot in the playoffs just because of how bad the rest of the league is within my division.
I can attest for that personally. We are terrible.
Yeah, you look at the top 6 teams right now, top 5 teams, I'd say top 6. 4 of them are in my division. You got you, and you got Mike, and then outside of that, it's mediocre cities.
I'm just hoping everyone beats the other guy. I think that's what we can all come together on and create some unity, because I don't think any of us want a rando to come and win our fantasy league.
Definitely not.
I won't resort to Joe's type of collusion to beat it, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Can we all agree that we don't want Hutch to make the playoffs as well?
I think we got what we want from Hutch already. He beat Kyle. I don't know what more he can offer this league.
You're right.
Yeah, Hutch kept the story alive with him beating Kyle. It's a nice little story distracted from his horrible team. But at the end of the day, no, he's not going
the end of that one.
Let's. What about your division? You got 4 teams that are vying for 2 spots. What's that going to look like?
Is it? Do we do 2 from each, or is it 1 and 1 and then the next best 2? I'm not sure how our format is for playoffs.
Well, let's just go with 2v2. I don't know what it is, but just say it's the top 2 from each division. Let's.
We have me, who won 5 straight. We have the other guy, who won 4 straight. And we have Gibson and Kyle, who put up both. I mean, that's just a stack division. Have I put up the numbers?
Point score-wise, that is tops in the league? No, I haven't. I'm not going to shy away from that. It's a fact. I haven't done it. But you got to beat who you play, and it doesn't matter how many points you beat them by if you have the best record. And right now, I just got to win games because I don't think I'm going to be that tiebreaker points for. My schedule gets really tough, though, so don't really like my chances as much as I like to hype my win streak. I'm the Peyton Manning of this league, I think, this year. Great regular season. Might fall short to even make the postseason. Last year I was in the championship. I'd like to get back there and overcome the hump, but it's going to be tough because my division is way better than yours, and it's going to be tough.
And I like to think I have a chance just because, you got to compete, you got to go out there. But in reality, do I? No, God, no. So,
you know what? The funny thing is I think you have a better chance than Hutch to make the playoffs, for being honest.
Great point.
I wouldn't argue that.
Oh my, way better chance.
Would not argue that. Would not argue.
I think you have a better. If you and Hutch play for last place, I think you win that game handily.
Yeah, I think.
Reputation alone.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at me perennially, I've been a good fantasy owner, but this year I don't know. It just has me good. It fluke really, but next year we'll pick it up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We got one more matchup, or is that all of them?
I think that's all. That's all.
I mean, I don't have any else. I mean, burning questions from the fans. I didn't get that many emails this week from our fan box. You guys?
Didn't know we had a fan box, but
we do.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I just don't know if you guys have heard. I am on a 5-game win streak, so I'm hoping to get that to 6.
No, we've heard.
That's good.
Well, we should probably wrap it up, seeing as we've made a 15-minute video here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I might not even watch this.
All right, that's it. Anything else? We're good?
No.
We'll improve next week. Nope.
Alrighty. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Yep.